Hey, welcome back. This is Math, Chapter 4, Lesson 1, Estimate Products of Fractions. We're going to start with a review from lessons we did in Chapter 3. We're going to divide with decimals. Be careful with those decimal places. Pause the video here. Show all of your work for these 6 problems in your math notebook. Check your answers here. Press play when you're ready to go on. The essential question, what does it mean to multiply and divide fractions? What will we learn today? To estimate by using compatible numbers, rounding to 0, 1/2, or 1. Number 1, estimate 1/4 times 13. Sometimes read 1/4 of 13. Find a multiple of 4 close to 13. 12 and 4 are compatible numbers since 12 divided by 4 is 3. So the number 1 asks you to count by 4s till you get to a number close to, but not bigger than 13. Okay? 4, 8, 12, 16. 16 is too big, so I stop at the 12. Method 1, use a model. Divide the bar representing 12 into 4 sections. Okay, so our entire bar represents all 12. It's divided into 4 equal sections. Each section is 1/4 of 12, or 3. Label each section 3. Method 2, use compatible numbers. 1/4 of 13 is approximately 1/4 of 12, which is approximately 3. So 1/4 of 13 is about 3. Remember that we're estimating. We're going to estimate so that when we're doing the actual algorithm, we can tell if our answer is reasonable. Here's another example. Estimate 1/5 times 28. So think of your 5 times tables. Think of your count by 5s and a number that's close to but not greater than 28. Show all of your work in your math notebook. Pause the video while you do your work. Press play when you're ready to continue. Number 2, estimate 2/5 of 12. Find a multiple of 5 close to 11. 10 and 5 are compatible numbers since 10 divided by 5 equals 2. Also, I can count by 5s until I get to a number close to 11, but not bigger than. 1/5 of 11 is approximately 1/5 of 10, which is 2. Here's our representation. The whole bar represents 10 divided into 5 equal chunks, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. Each chunk has a value of 2. If 1/5 of 10 is 2, then 2/5 of 10 is 2 times 2, or 4. So 2/5 of 11 is about 4. Here's another example. Estimate 3/4 times 17. Use a bar diagram, a visual representation, whatever helps. You're looking for compatible numbers. Pause the video while you show all of your work in your math notebook. Press play when you're ready to continue. Key concept, estimate by rounding to 0, 1/2, or 1. If the numerator of a fraction between 0 and 1 is almost as large as the denominator, round up. If the numerator is smaller than the denominator, round down. 7/8 rounds to 1/2. 7 is almost all of 8. So you ate almost the whole pizza if you ate 7 slices out of 8. So that one's going to round up to 1/2. But if you only ate 1 slice, out of 8 pieces. You hardly ate any of it, so 1/8 is going to round back down to 0. Estimate 1/3 times 7/9. We start with a number line, thinking of where is 1/2. Dots are placed at 1/3 and 7/9. Round to 0, 1/2, or 1. 1/3 is about 1/2. If we're looking at the number line, we can see that 1/3 is about to the 1/2, and 7/9 is almost to the 1 whole. 1/3 times 7/9 is approximately 1/2 of 1. 1/2 of 1 equals 1/2, so 1/3 of 7/9 is about 1/2. Here's another example. Estimate 4/5 times 1/6. Remember that we're estimating. Round down if it's less than 1/2, round up if it's more than 1/2. Show all of your work in your math notebook, pause the video, press play when you're ready to continue. Number 4, estimate 1/9 times 4/5. Here's our number line. We're going to compare our fractions to where 1/2 is on the number line. Place dots on the number line at 1/9 and 4/5. So 1/9 is way over here near the 0. 4/5, you ate 4 pieces out of 5. You almost ate the whole thing. Round to 0, 1/2, or 1. 1/9 is about 0, so we're going to round that one down to 0. And 4/5 is about 1. 1/9 of 4/5 is approximately 0 times 1, 0. So 1/9 of 4/5 is about 0. If you get 1/9 of 4/5 of a piece of pizza, you're going to get very little bit. Here's another example. 7/8 of 2/3. You're going to round because we're estimating. We learn to estimate so that when we do the actual problem, we know if our answer is reasonable. Pause the video while you show your work in your math notebook. Press play when you're ready to continue. Number 5, estimate the area of the flower bed. We see that it's 14 7/8 feet wide and 6 1/8 feet long. Either way, length and width. Round each mixed number to the nearest whole number. Okay, so we're looking at 14 and then 7/8. Is 7/8 more than 1/2? If it is, we're going to round that 14 up to 15. On this 6 1/8, is 1/8 more than 1/2? If not, we're going to leave that 6 alone. 14 7/8 times 6 1/8 is approximately 15. The 7/8 tells us to round up, so we rounded the 14 up to 15. And the 1/8 tells us to leave that 6 alone. So 15 times 6 equals 90. So the area is about 90 square feet. Here's another example. Estimate the area of a square that has a side length of 6 7/8 inches. Well, they only gave us one measurement. Oh yeah, a square. All of the sides are the same length. So to find the area, you're going to do 6 7/8 times 6 7/8. Remember to estimate. Pause the video, show all of your work in your math notebook, press play when you're ready to continue. How did what you learned today help you answer the essential question? What does it mean to multiply and divide fractions? A sample answer is, it helps me to find a portion of a set, maybe a part of a whole. Your ticket out the door. Explain how you would estimate the product of 3/5 and 1/2. You can use a number line, put 1/2 on that number line, and discuss how these fractions compare. That's all for now.